Well, this week I'm Cosmonaut Nate in Heavenly Bodies. So this week I got my hands on Heavenly Bodies on Steam. And I can say that I had a pretty awesome time, a hilarious time, and a frustrating time, but overall a sweet, solid experience is what Heavenly Bodies will bring. This game is all about physics. You are set out in space in the 1970s as a cosmonaut, and all you are doing is completing different tasks on a space station, and sometimes you go out of the space station and off of the space station, making this game bring all sorts of variety in its gameplay. You push, pull, and twist your way through an increasingly precarious range of physically simulated scenarios where with zero gravity, nothing is still, secure, or simple. And this is definitely where the game shines. The gameplay is hilarious. Your character floating through space, you're going to find at the beginning of this game, is quite frustrating to wrap your mind around with the whole controller scheme. You have the ability to play with mouse and keyboard. They recommend a controller. I dabbled a little bit with the mouse and keys, and it's just, it was a little confusing for me. So I stuck to the controller, and I can say confidently that it is definitely a solid experience. So while you're gliding through corridors and clinging onto walls, you're completing tasks, and these tasks have quite the variety to them. I mean, each mission offers a different sort of setting, so you're not looking at the same thing with each mission, and each task at hand is quite different. And some of them, again, you're gonna sit there and just laugh at yourself while you're trying to control these things with this physics-based mechanics that are implemented heavily in this game. And a nice feature that I always like to see is that there are collectibles. Unlike something like Assassin's Creed where you just go and grab the feather and then you're done with it, you actually have to grab this collectible and then bring it back to the starting point or the ending point of the mission. And what's the best feature about this that I couldn't unfortunately dabble with is there's couch co-op. You can complete this entire game with your friend locally, and I think this would just make this experience that much more ridiculous, because while you're playing solo, there's not too much audio to kind of drive you through it. Like while you're playing Minecraft or Skyrim, the audio just really kind of keeps you wanting to explore. Where this game, you're just kind of in space and it's kind of quiet. But if you had your friend there laughing with you while you're trying to do these ridiculous tasks, it would just add that much more excitement. The last thing I'm going to touch up on is, of course, performance and graphics. I'm playing on a lower end PC, and I had zero crashes and zero issues with my entire time playing this. Graphically, the game looks pretty good. If I was playing on high-end graphics, you would get the nice little lighting with this kind of fun graphic style that they chose. So ultimately, I mean, this game, guys, is a wicked experience if you are into ragdoll physics-based games. Because if you're not, you might just want to pull your hair out of your head, because there's quite a learning curve to this style game. So if I'm going to have to score this one, well, I think the developers did a spectacular job, especially with the ability to play co-op, which I wish I would have gotten my hands on to do. But I have to give this one an 8. This game is a solid experience for all those ragdoll physics-based lovers. Heavenly Bodies is a hilarious ragdoll physics-based game with one key element: zero gravity. This escalates the experience to a whole new level, especially with the capability to play co-op.